Hey, how's everyone doing? It's TVB, and I'm right outside the movie theater right now. Same one I took my roommate Mason and I to last week to see Elemental and Teenage Kraken. It's Wednesday. That's like discount day at the theater that I live next to this summer, and I figured I'm gonna play with this format of movie reviews for a little bit. Instead of just filming it usual in my bedroom, I decided to take my camera not into the theater with me, of course, because that's illegal, but just bring it with me as I'm driving to the theater. And I'm out to see Indiana Jones: Dial of Destiny, which is one of the most anticipated movies of the year so far. But I figured I could make these kind of movie reviews where I film it before I see the movie. I just give my brief expectations on the film and what are my thoughts. Am I excited? Am I dreading it? And then I see the movie, and then either right before I start driving home or as soon as I get back to my place, I'll film the rest of the review then and give my thoughts on it and whether it's good or bad. If you guys like these new kind of movie reviews, let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a like, and if you don't like this kind of format of making movie reviews for my channel, guess what a dislike. I'm cautiously excited for Indiana Jones: Dial of Destiny. Like I said, it's one of the most anticipated movies of the year. But I haven't looked at the critical receptions. I haven't watched a single movie review for the film. All I've really have seen is just thumbnails of YouTube videos. Just again, not the ones I've watched, just those I've seen thumbnails for, of people saying that it's a disaster or that it's bombing the box office. So whether the film is good or not, only one way to find out. And I will see the movie and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it pretty soon.
3 hours later.
Okay, so I just got back to my dorm, and this is another thing I usually do when I come home after the movies. It's let's see what the critics have to say. 60% Rotten Tomatoes. It isn't as thrilling as his earlier adventures, but a nostalgic rush of seeing Harrison Ford back in action to help Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny find a new final bits of cinematic treasure. An audience says, with plenty of entertaining action and a few surprising twists, Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny ends the series on a high note. I think the script of this movie is kind of a mess. This film is 2 hours and 24 minutes long, and it simultaneously feels very rushed in a few scenes, and also it drags a little too slow. There were scenes where I was kind of bored and not really interested in what was happening. Then other scenes oh wow, look, there's another chase scene. They're just going really fast and just high octane action and crazy stuff like that. But you know what? I love Harrison Ford. He's the guy's living legend. He's one of my favorite actors. And overall, I would say, yeah, there's enough charm from the originals. John Williams did a fantastic job, always, doing the score for this film. They brought back the original music and everything, which was awesome. And yeah, the film overall, it's flawed but fun. He's, the goddaughter's, what's the goddaughter's actress's name again? Her name in the movie is Wombat. Again, this is why I usually don't make those. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I didn't really buy into the whole godfather goddaughter sort of dynamic, because her dad, they're supposed to be her dad is super good friends with Indiana Jones way back in the day, right? But he is never introduced in any of the older Indiana Jones films, not even Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And yet there's so the first act of this film especially is she jumps back and forth between hey, this is my godfather, I love him, to just being his worst enemy. The next scene sort of flip-flop between those, and when the second act rolls around, then they're just poof, then they're totally good friends again and all that stuff. And there's just some characters where where I was watching the movie I was just really confused, who is this? And these Indiana Jones films are very historically conscious. I thought it was really cool how this film touched base on a lot of different historical events from ancient Rome and ancient Greece and places like that, the adventure, the nostalgia. There's some Indiana Jones traditions that they definitely kept in the film, which I thought was really sweet. And I'd say overall, just kind of wrap up my final thoughts for Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny. In all honesty, if you decide not to watch the Dial of Destiny, and if you decide to just stay, I don't think you're really missing much. If you just decide to skip it and just maybe wait for it to come out on DVD or something and just watch the older Indiana Jones films, I'm gonna blame you, boss. Ooh, look, my mirror's right here. I can do a mirror selfie, but video camera edition. But if you do decide to watch that Dial of Destiny, and if you love Harrison Ford, and if you're a fan of Indiana Jones films, I think you're in for a pretty solid time. So overall, on my rating scale of 0 to 9, I'm giving Indiana Jones: Dial of Destiny a 5 out of 9 stars. It's a passable film. Indiana Jones: Dial of Destiny. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did you love it, hate it, or anything else? Also, I wanted to give a shout out to DailyX TV. He reached out to me on Instagram recently saying that he's actually working on his own fan-made Indiana Jones film. And if you guys want to support him on that project, please subscribe to his YouTube channel. Like daily, from one artist, from one like writer to another. Like, best of luck with that, my man. All right, yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and stay beastly.